Harold here, Figuremania Show. Hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. And in today's video, I'm giving you guys a look at the brand new Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Flameborn Rodan from Hiya Toys. And I have to apologize, this review is coming a bit late, a couple weeks late, because I was in the middle of moving and things, and a lot going on in my life personally that I just couldn't get to doing this review until now. So it's about 2 or 3 weeks late, so I apologize for that. But thankfully my move is finally complete and I'm in my brand new studio. It's a little bit different in things. I still have to work a few things out, but I will get there. All right, so now before I go any further, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Hiya Toys for sending me this figure out for review, and also to Kowkis Toy for sending me their copy as well. For those of you who missed out on the first release of this figure, guys, you have the chance of getting the Flameborn version of Rodan on KowkisToy.com. It is in stock right now at Kowkis.com. Use my promo code Figuremania-kowkis to get 6% on your purchase. And now let's continue with the review. Now, I'm normally not a box guy, but I think I had to show you guys this really cool looking box for this new figure. Very nice. I think it's a big improvement from the last box that they gave us for the Rodan figure. So very cool. I really like it. So now let's continue on with the figure itself. Hiya Toys continues to put their best foot forward for these Monsterverse figures. Now, in terms of the sculpting, the actual sculpt of the figure, there's really nothing different here that is offered. The biggest difference here is in the paint app. So the paint for like the orange and the browns are slightly toned down on the wings. Now let's look at both figures, both releases, because I think this is something that's worth looking at. And just to point out right away, now in terms of the sculpt, both are identical. So Hiya Toys delivers quality sculpts all the time. Now where both of these figures differ are in the paint. So if you notice the paint app on the original, you see here the orange is a little bit more highlighted here, whereas the brand new figure, it's more toned down and like it's more uniform here on the wings itself. So let me just adjust the camera so I can give you guys a close look, so you guys can see the differences. So you see, so this is the original and this is the brand new one. So you see like the browns is just along this edge over here of the wing, or the orange, I should say. Okay, now there is one little nitpick I would like to point out, at least on my figure. I mean, the eyes on my Rodan, the original, I mean, the eyes are painted well, are okay. But however, for this new Rodan, I can barely see the eyes, at least to my naked eye. I wish Hiya you would have used like a brighter yellow so those eyes can pop a little bit more, because those eyes are very small already on the figure. So if they use like a lighter color paint, like a yellow, then I'm pretty sure you can see the eyes more on the figure itself, because the eyes are pretty small already. So if they were to use a brighter paint app for the eyes, those eyes would be a little bit more pronounced. But that's just my one nitpick. But throughout the figure, everything is very well detailed, very well sculpted and things. And this figure uses the same malleable plastic as the previous release. So as you can see, I have the Rodan here, posed crouching down, okay, which is pretty cool. And like the other one can do it too. Okay, so you have good articulation at the legs. Okay, so everything is well there, and also too you have a good ab crunch for this figure. Okay, so you got good head movement, good wing movement as well. Okay, so I did some toy photography with this figure, and yeah, I really enjoyed doing toy photography with this Rodan figure, as opposed to other brands, which I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Once again, this figure comes with a stand. Now, I do believe this flight stand has been improved from the previous release, so this stand feels a little bit more stable. It doesn't, for me personally, it hasn't flopped around as much as the previous stands. I found it very difficult at times to get this figure posed up with the past stands, but for this one here, this brand new one, it cooperated with me a lot more, so I'm very happy with this stand. So I think Hiya is onto something with improving their flight stands for their flying kaijus, so very nice. Now, the special feature that comes with this figure is the ability to use a UV light to bring out the fluorescent colors of the figure. Now, full disclosure, I do live in Taiwan, and I quickly found out that it is very difficult to get UV lights here in Taiwan. Nobody carries them in stores here. I was able to find these little flashlights that does have a UV feature, but that's all I could find in terms of a UV light. So I do have to look online and find a proper UV light so I can display him. So I won't be able to do a proper demonstration for you. So I'm gonna dim the lights here on dim the lights down so I can show you guys as best as I can the UV features. So just give me a second here. All right, so I dimmed the lights down. Let me turn off this light over here. Okay, so now I've never had the need to go out and get a UV light until now because of this figure. So I am on the hunt to getting a proper UV light. So, and in Taiwan we get these little flashlights that do have a UV feature. So here we go. And now the eyes do pop in this light, which is kind of cool. Look at that. Let me just center him a little bit more. So that's very cool. But to the naked eye, like when you're not using the UV, I mean, like the paint is very bland on the eyes and stuff, which is, oh well, kind of like a bummer. Sort of a bummer. Now let's turn the figure around and so that's pretty cool. Let me just zoom out the camera. So pretty cool, but again, like I said before, I never had the need to get a UV light, but now, you know, I have a reason to get a UV light, especially with the new energized Godzilla that is on the way. You know, again, it's gonna have that same UV feature, so now I have a reason to get a UV light. Oh, it just turned off. Hold on a second. Okay, so pretty cool, but like for me personally, I don't display my figures like this, and I don't know anybody that really displays their figures with UV lights in them in their display cases either. So, which is, it's all right, I guess. Now, showing you the eyes. Now, to the naked eye, the eyes are pretty bland. You can barely see them, but they do pop now that you use a UV light. So there you go. And that's pretty much it for the review, guys. Now, for those of you that missed out on the first release of Rodan, I definitely do recommend that you guys picked up on this one. It's just as great as a figure. The paint apps are a little toned down in the wings. Now, some of you may like that, some of you may not. I mean, that really depends on your mileage. For me personally, I still prefer the original one a little bit more because, you know, I just really I can't really think of a need of using a UV light for display. That's more for gimmick purposes and stuff. But for toy photography, I can't. I've been trying to figure out ways of using a UV light in my shots. So I don't have the proper equipment for that for sure yet. So once I do get my hands on a proper UV light, and if I do find you know, creative ways of doing shots with the UV light for this figure, I'll definitely share that here on my channel with you guys for sure. All right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.